And which, is there a particular ancient build that you'd like me to go through?
Yeah, these kids just finished up doing the study of ancient Greece. And did you do Rome or?
Yes.
Yeah, in Rome. Yeah,
Okay.
especially the Rome.
As we go down here, you see that we've got a bit of a playground set up here. But I'm thinking what would be really cool is we'll set up a course, and it'll be like an obstacle course. It'll be a virtual obstacle course, and unless you navigate it properly, probably a really good skill building exercise, not only for the kids who build it, but for the kids who need to negotiate their avatar through the obstacle course. And if you don't do it just perfectly, then you end up back at the beginning again. So, I think we can have some fun with this. As we go...
Yeah, he is flying. He's in first-person view, so you can't see his avatar.
I can show it if you want.
It's kind of fun to fly through your world.
I'm as Imhotep, who was a great builder. Without him, we probably wouldn't have the pyramids of Egypt, which you will be able to see over here. This is my Egypt build over here. As you can see, it's sort of nestled. Egypt is nestled nicely between the Red Sea, the escarpments, the mountains to the south. I just thought it'd be nice for them to see the pyramid, but there it is there. Down below. First person. And that's kind of what it would look like back in the days when it was built, with the white sandstone, and the gold cap on the top. Okay, we'll head over to, there's the Lighthouse of Alexandria. We've got Greece over there. We've got Persia over to the right, Mesopotamia, all of those countries. We'll head over to Rome.
And again, your kids built all of those, correct?
Pardon me?
Your kids built all of those ancient builds.
Yes, yeah. I did a little bit of the landscaping, but that was it. So as you get, we're actually over in Italy right now, and because that tired me out flying all that distance, I'm going to grab a chariot, and off I go. And take a little shortcut over here to the bridge. And this bridge goes over the Tiber River, offering all kinds of opportunities for us to celebrate famous stories like Horatio on the bridge, that would require a rebuild. And I'll just, I'm going to increase the visibility here. So as we go over to this area by the Tiber River, we have the docks. And I think what's important to note about this is that the students doing this, what they did is they went back into doing some research, and they actually have built these things as they were actually built. So going into this, like this, except for most people probably wouldn't do it with a chariot, is what they would have, what kids your age would have done 2,000 years ago. And there's a Roman ship that they would have been loading up. And all kinds of history. I talked to the other class about, the significance of the Tiber River and how Julius Caesar's plan to dredge it so the bigger ships could come in eventually led to, was one of the factors that led to his death. I'll go up. Is the graphics keeping up?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're at the baths.
So the left, you see the Roman baths that the people, was hugely important socially and probably health-wise as well for them to bathe. There are temples here. We'll go over to the Roman Colosseum. And as you can see, probably let this catch up just a little bit. As you can see, the Roman Colosseum here isn't very big. So it'd be hard to imagine gladiatorial contests going on inside of there, and races and all the other kinds of things that happen there. But as I click on the door, it actually teleports us to another place where you can see from in here, it's much bigger. And it has the retractable roof on it too, which I think is really very cool. 15 years ago, we didn't even know that the Colosseum had a retractable roof. We thought that was pretty modern. But they were doing it 2,000 years ago. As I click on this here, we end up going down below. So you can actually go down below the Colosseum and into the labyrinth that leads you to where they would keep the prisoners. You may be keeping Christian prisoners there, for instance, to feed to the lions. And then over in this room, the lions. And actually, as you follow some of this, and again, this is a build that is going to need to be added to over the years to come. But I thought this was very cool. The boy that built this had stairs that led from underground up to and across the street, the place where the gladiators would train. Now, I didn't know, although I like to think that I know a fair amount about Rome, I didn't know that there was a gladiatorial school there. And if you go across the street, I should have just... You can see there's all the information on the Ludus Magnus, the gladiatorial school from which the gladiators would go underneath and into the Colosseum. And if you keep on going, you get to the Hippodrome. And this is where they race chariots. So here's all the information on it. The Circus Maximus gives you the information, tells you who built it, and it's functional. So you can even go in here and click on one of the chariots and race them. So when you guys come to visit us, should that ever happen, you'll be able to sit up in the stands and watch your classmates race each other. You don't have to use the chariots. You could actually race an elephant if you wanted to. Did you want to see that?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so those of you that have never raced an elephant, here we go. All right, let's put on the afterburners. There we go.
Run over someone.
Yeah.
Ah!
Hit that poor horse. Wow, they're pretty tough horses, those ones. All right, up we go. And I won't take you to all the buildings because there's, as you can see, there's quite a number of them. But there's temples that are described there. This is the palace. And of course, this is, again, where the palace was. It was to the north of the Circus Maximus. So we can go into it. I'm trying to go into it. And again, there's a lot of, as you can imagine, the palace might very well have a fountain like this, but there'd be many other things as well. And that will be for students to come to finish off.
So you're just going to keep this build as an ongoing build, and each class will come in and add to it?
Improve it. Yeah.
Very cool.
And there's lots to do. I mean, there's just lots and lots to do. But as they come in, they're going to be learning, and they're going to be building upon what they've learned from previous classes, and adding to that so that the classes that come in afterwards will be learning from what they did. So it'll become increasingly richer and richer and richer. And then the idea is, like this happens to be the Rubicon River to the north, which was a very important river. When Julius Caesar crossed it, it was changed everything. And that's kind of like in life, where we each face our Rubicon River, decisions that we make that forever alter the path